One of the greatest ancient civilizations in history was that of Persia. Of the little over 100 million people on the planet, 50 million lived in ancient Persia at its peak. Persians also utilized a regular currency, created important monuments that are now a wonderful source of knowledge for historians, and practiced Zoroastrianism, which was made popular by Cyrus the Wonderful. Greek historians wrote the majority of Persia's historical records. The term Persia, sometimes known as Persis or Pars, originated with the Westerners, especially the Greeks. The Achaemenid Empire, the first true Persian empire in modern times, originated at Fars. The name of their state or location was followed by the phrase, land of the Aryans, when the people of this civilization referred to their nation. They identified as Aryans as well. The Median dynasty is the earliest known dynasty in ancient Persia. Deioces, who ruled from 728 to 675 BCE and constructed Ecbatana as his capital, founded it. When his grandfather governed the Median Empire in 550 BC, Cyrus the Great overthrew it. By subduing the Lydian Empire in 540 BC, the Neo-Babylonian Empire in 539 BC, and other regions encircling Mesopotamia, he increased his dominance. He was unable to overcome Egypt. Egypt was defeated by his son Cambyses. Darius the Great, the fourth monarch, expanded Persia's realm and maintained his dominance over the surrounding area. He started the Greco-Persian Wars and engaged the Athenians in combat at the so-called Battle of Marathon, but the Greeks' superior military prowess proved to be too much for him to overcome. In 486 BC, he passed away. Though sadly, his son Xerxes carried on the conquest. By overthrowing Darius III, the Achaemenid Empire's final ruler, Alexander the Great, the king of Greece, brought an end to it. To exact revenge on the Greeks for the Persians' burning of their towns and temples, Alexander set fire to Persepolis. His absence from the throne meant that his generals were at odds with each other after his death. Seleucus I Nicator and his son came to have the utmost authority around the close of 400 BC. They controlled the Seleucus kingdom until 232 BC, when they were conquered by the Parthians under the command of Arsaces, the Parnai leader. For over 5 centuries, the Parthian kingdom, which Arsaces founded, ruled over ancient Persia. Rome attempted to conquer Persia at this time, but the Parthians prevailed. The kingdom was weaker and more divided as a result of the battles with Rome, leaving it open to attack from the outside. With Ardeshir the Sasanian era was underway in 224 AD. It was the final Persian kingdom before Islam seized control of the nation. Ardeshir was a native Persian who originated in Fars, the home of the Achaemenid dynasty. He pushed for the nation to revert to its Iranian ways. When the Arabs conquered Iran's core in 640 CE, they also assumed control of the Sasanian lands. Persians addressed their rulers as Shahanshah, which translates to King of Kings. The founder of the first real Persian kingdom, Cyrus the Great, elected satraps, governors, to distribute power among the several states that made up his kingdom. The 4 capital cities of this multi-state empire were named Pasargadae, Babylon, Susa, and Ecbatana. The government of the Persian Empire engaged in both diplomacy and tolerance. The vanquished were allowed to remain on their territory as long as they paid taxes and obeyed their rules. Zoroastrianism was a religion that was practiced by ancient Persians. For Avahar, the Zoroastrian emblem, signifies to connect the universe to humanity. Cyrus the Great made it popular, and it had a big impact on other contemporary faiths. Today, there are an estimated 200,000 worshippers worldwide. The creator of this religion is Zoroaster. Around 600 BCE, a prophet from Persia lived. The king and his aristocratic family constituted the upper echelons of society. Next were the priests. They carried out religious rites. They were free to disagree with the king's choices and regulations because their command was regarded as divine law. The aristocracy occupied the third rung as they were the well-known individuals who had advised the monarch in the past. They belonged to the middle level of society, and being in the military at the time was such a great honor. Fifth and sixth place went to traders and craftspeople, which were middle class and had a few extra benefits above the lower classes. Farmers, workers, or small farm owners were considered peasants. The lowest class of people was slaves. They were without rights. The majority of them were from conquered nations that disobeyed Persian law. Among the architectural achievements of ancient Persia are the Darius Palace and the Behistun inscription. Another is Persepolis. Darius the Great standardized the monetary system, which made it simpler for foreign businessmen to adhere to. For an empire the size of Persia, the royal road served as a means of quicker communication in addition to being a prosperous commerce route. One of the most well-known gifts from ancient Persia to the globe is Persian carpets. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational videos.